It is now very normal when public servants come out to campaign in a partisan way. Under our constitution, a public servant must not be partisan, but it's now coming out to be normal from the army officers, from government officials. It is come out publicly. The recent one was the head of the Uganda Communications Commission, who has come out, despite on TV, not once, not twice, has come out to campaign for General Kaguta Museveni. To an extent that after declaring him as a winner, Nyombi Tembo came out to cut a cow so that they can feast on. In fact, here's the tape.
Tusaddaakira nsonga olwaleero nga tukkiriza nti essaala zaffe tubadde tukusaba waziwulidde omuddu wo Museveni n'awangula akalulu. Wawulidde essaala zaffe omuddu wo Bisaso n'awangula akalulu. Wawulidde essaala zaffe Kasanda South ne yeenunula mu mikono gy'abampembe. Wawulidde essaala zaffe abantu bannayuganda ne bategera ekigenda mu maaso. Wawulidde essaala z'abannamusozi fe abaatambuliranga amalwaliro kilomita 6 nga kati gatuli mu luggya, abaatambuliranga amasomero kilomita 20 gatuli mu luggya, abaatambuliranga amazzi kilomita 6 katugasenera mu nju. Mukama weebale, katusaddaake tekiriimu sitaani, tusanyuke tujaguze. Bannaffe abatali basiraamu mwokyeze eri wala, mwokyeze wala, temusembeza kino, temusembeza kiri ono wali bantu bange basiraamu, ekyo mulina kwokyeza eri mukisenye eri wala nakyo katukirye tusanyuke. Abakirya abatakirya mutusonyiwe, naye abakyagala
that is Nyombi Tembo. First of all, NRM government is the only institution that makes laws and fails to follow the law. The constitution says that a public servant is not supposed to be partisan. In fact, Nyombi Tembo must be frog-marched to home. Not once he has come out to campaign for General Kaguta Museveni publicly, which breaks the code of conduct. If the same employee was campaigning and maybe cutting a bull for Bobi Wine getting 50 members of parliament, who wouldn't retain their office. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the bad manners of the public officers, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, Please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, Nyombi Tembo is the head of UCC, Uganda Communications Commission, an entity that controls communication, internet, etc. For him to be seen campaigning and jubilating after MUSEVENI winning, of course, I know since that position is given by the president, he can jubilate. But for you to be seen campaigning and afterwards jubilating, it is unconstitutional. Yet you are the same person who cut off internet so that it cannot be used at advantage of the opposition. In fact, when he was announcing the cut off internet, here is what he said.
The brief suspension of public internet was a necessary and a proportionate step taken on the strong recommendation of the Interagency Security Committee to safeguard the public order, prevent the rapid spread of misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, to curb potential electoral fraud and protect against incitement to violence during a highly sensitive national period. Nyuma okufuna okuwabulwa okw'amaanyi ennyo okuva eri akakiiko akawamu akatwala ebyokwerinda mu ggwanga, ekitongole kya UCC kisazeewo okulagira nga bwe kikkirizibwa mu mateeka abo bonna abakola ku by'empuliziganya ng'omwe muli be tuyita mobile network operators n'abo abatuwa internet okuba nti nno balekeraawo bayimirizaamu internet mu bitundu bisatu. Waliwo gye tuyita public internet, okutunda n'okuwandiisa sim kadi empya, n'okulekeraawo okuhandlinga data ku one network area. Mumanyi one network area z'empuliziganya eziri mu nsi ezasayininga endagaano eyo: Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan ne Rwanda. Ekintu kino tukikoze nga tusinziira ku principle ennene nnyo gye bayita legitimate aim, okuyimiriza ebintu ebyo. Era ndowooza bw'otunuulira ku simyo kati oyinza okuba nga olaba tebigenda mabula, tebinnagenda bulungi, ebyuma bikyateginyibwa, mu ddakiika ntono nnyo ojja kuba toliiko. N'olw'ensonga eyo, naye olw'okuba nti no ebintu bino tubikola, waliwo era principle endala gye bayita ya proportionality, nti olina okukola ekintu kino nga weegendereza obutakosa nnyo. Waliwo ebintu nga tukolaganira wamu ne bannaffe ab'ebyokwerinda, emikutu egisigaddeko nga gyo gye gisigala nga gitambula.
That is Nyombi Tembo. So a person who cut off internet that was going to be used at the advantage of opposition, because trust me, the opposition had an upper hand when it comes to social media. They feared the galvanizing forces. They feared everything about social media because it is controlled by the opposition, by the masses. Fear a thing that is not controlled, and when it's being led by the opposition. And then you are seeing dismembering them, and then you are seeing jubilating. What do you think Ugandans are? And it's not the first one. We've seen soldiers, we've seen policemen, we've seen public officers, contrary to the constitution, coming out to be partisan for a particular candidate by the A1. If another person comes out for another candidate, they will come out for him, they will jail him. So Nyombi Tembo is below the belt. First of all, Nyombi Tembo is running and passing where he stays. That position was always occupied, but not with a political person. Now we are seeing, first of all, the fight for against social media. We are seeing the fight against free speech. Mainstream media was crippled. I remember on the day of election, people were rioting everywhere, people were being killed, people were being beaten. New news came on mainstream media because they had been almost twisted by the UCC. Even after election, we are seeing news on social media, not on mainstream media. Mainstream media was crippled a long time ago. It's the reasons why social media is the new agenda to give us information. So a person who heads the Uganda Communications Commission is the most partisan, coming out to campaign for NRM leaders, coming out to campaign for anyone. And even entities that are supposed to summon him on that are keeping quiet because all institutions were subjugated. I pray for a day where institutions will be so firm and anyone who goes out of the line will be summoned to answer. But that day, I think, won't come when General MUSEVENI is still in power. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.